Hi, my name is Lauren Faber, and this is my 515 presentation. So for my presentation, I decided to do an employee timesheet that'll clock them in and out, keep track of their hours, their shifts, and their pay, and things like that. So first, I created some VBA. I did a time in function, a timeout, and a calculating total time. So here, for example, let's say that I started work today at 7:23 a.m. I've had a very long day. Let's say I go to clock out and I type my name wrong. It's going to give me an error saying that my name wasn't found. So I go in again and I type the correct name. It doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase or whatever. Once I hit clock out, it's going to give me the current time that I worked. Let's say that we have another employee, let's say Katie Vance is going to clock in. It's going to put the current date, her name, and the current time there. And then let's say Katie wants to clock out. She'll do just as I just demonstrated. For the sake of this example, let's go ahead and say that she actually came into work at 7:30 p.m. though. So up here in this cell, we have this formula that works with times and being able to calculate them correctly. So all I have to do is put that time into this column, and then I can copy this formula down, and I can get the total amount of hours that this employee worked. And as you can see over here, I've already totaled the hours and shifts for one employee, Cody Hire. These formulas can also be found here at the top, and you just copy them down. So if I want to total the hours, I use this VBA function that I wrote. Let's say for Lauren Faber, it's going to total how many hours I worked that week. Let's say for Tom Christensen, it's going to total how many hours he did. Let's go ahead and total Katie Vance's hours and Allie Yost's hours. As you can see, it doesn't matter if it's upper or lowercase. So again, there's this formula up here that we can just copy and paste down, such as I've already done with Cody. Then we can just drag the formula and it'll show us how many shifts each of these people worked in this pay period, as well as and that's doing using a sum and if and a count formula, as you can see up here. And then this total pay uses a VLOOKUP. So this table, they could change their hourly rate, and I'll show that in a second. So it's going to look up the employee, what their hourly rate is, and times it by the total number of hours that they've worked. So again, we can just drop down that information into the correct place. So let's say Allison Yost is awesome and she gets a raise to $10. As soon as that updates, we're going to see the 143.40 change to 159.33. So this makes it a little bit easier for employers to be able to keep track of the total hours, number of shifts, the total pay, and also the clocking in and out and total shift hours here. We can come over to the employee visuals. And these charts are going to visualize for us what's going on. So our total employee hours, if we zoom in here a little bit, it's going to show how long each of them worked. The employee name will be on the side. We have the number of shifts, so we can see who's working the most amount of shifts. The total pay, so we can see that coincidentally I'm getting paid the most for this pay period. And then employee data, so this is kind of a summary of all of the information. It has the total hours, number of shifts, and total pay. So we can also visualize the data. And again, let's say that I come in and I'm going to go ahead and change my pay down to $8 an hour. Not only will that change that here, but now if we come back to the visuals, we can see that my pay has decreased on here as well. So that is my presentation. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions at all.